Alright, welcome YouTube. This is Redsfallin here, and I'm reacting to Jesse on Fire remote bomb in mic pack. New footage may explain everything in Charlie Kirk assassination. Let's go ahead and jump into it because I already messed up once, so let's get it.
Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's Israeli security detail killed Charlie Kirk.
2 days ago, I do a video where we examine the shot from behind theory. Yesterday, I have an exclusive.
And I did that too. I examined the shot behind the head theory too, and it looked very plausible until the new angle came out and showed that what we thought was blood splatter flying off his head right here was actually his microphone wire wrapping and flying off his head. So it still possibly could have got shot in the back of the head still. Even with that new information about the cord, right? It's not blood splatter, it's a cord. Charlie Kirk was not shot. It's a hoax. It could be.
It's a video that appears.
Let's just say this. I'm not past the system of mental control, potentially doing some theatrics that are so shocking that most of the NPCs will just immediately think it's real right away. You see what I'm saying? I'm way ahead of the game. I'm right there with you, Themer. Like, trust me, bro. I'm way ahead, bro. I'm watching this just to keep up with the information. Do you see what I'm saying? I not like I already know what's happening. I already know what's gonna happen.
That Charlie shot.
Like I already been knowing. Do you see what I'm saying? I've been knowing for over 10 years what's gonna happen, bro. I like not knowing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know I know the playbook. Do you see what I'm saying?
From the front, and we go through all of that. Okay. Now there has been a video released that is very compelling.
Okay, yeah, but see, so was the fucking video about him getting shot in the back of the head. It was very compelling. So is this very compelling too, or is this definitive? There's difference between compelling and definitive.
Compelling. Okay. That Charlie was not, in fact, shot with a gun, but was killed with a device that was right here. And it might sound crazy to you. No, just sit tight because there's plenty of footage to look at. And obviously, if he was killed with a device right there, assuming that you are familiar with, history within the last 18 months of where people were killed with remote devices at a state actor level, then you already know why people are entertaining this theory very seriously.
As far as I'm aware, this technology is very old, what they're talking about, because the military is like 50 years advanced to what we even know they have.
You know, when you look at it. And here's the thing, okay? This is the really important part. Let's say that this is all exactly correct, and it is very compelling when you look at it. Okay, there's a lot of other questions to answer, a lot of other questions, okay? Where is Tyler Robinson, right? Why is he on the roof, okay? Why is he...
we don't even actually know if that's actually him on the roof now.
Jumping down with something that might or might not be a rifle. What's up with the boyfriend? Where did they get these text messages? And every other thing in terms of how this was put together to put people off the scent of a state actor. And that is the value that...
Here we go again. Look. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Have you checked to see if there was a crime scene? Like, do you know if they for sure? Obviously, if they... All right, here's the way I look at it. In that particular instance, right? We wouldn't know because they would have sectioned off that whole area, right? And so no one would even be able to get into that inner area of that building. You see what I'm saying? No. I know they're yeah, but you gotta think that was of the day of, right? That was the day of. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about after things settled down and they cleared all the people out and all the people that were they were just randos are cleared out. We wouldn't know if they put tape up or we don't know what they do after that. You see what I'm saying? You gotta comprehend. Exactly, right, exactly. You lock down the crime scene. I agree, right? I get what you're saying. You do comprehend that, here, I'm trying not to get off topic, bro. I'm trying not to get off topic. Know that anyone who is listed on the IMBD, the database, excuse me, DB, not BD, the IMDB, right? Like anyone who is listed on there as an actor or actress, bro, I don't care who they are. YouTubers, content creators, blah, blah, blah. I don't care who they are, bro. If they're listed as an actor or actress on there, they're not real. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not real. Bro, here, I'll even try it right now. Look. Let's do a little search. I haven't done this yet. So let's see. Right? Let's see. Let's see. Does this pop up? Interesting. Charlie Kirk is listed as a producer, writer, director. Is it possible he directed his own death? Identity Crisis 2025, Border Battle 2022, Race War. He was married to Erica Kirk. He died on 10. So let's see. Erica Kirk. Well, this is the hard one right here. The Elegant Great. Okay, so nope, that was not it. That was definitely not it. See, so nope. So like, okay, so see, he was listed as a producer and a writer. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'll never be on I'll never be on this database for any of this shit, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I've tried to write a book with AI like 3 times, bro. And every time I try, like, how do we know? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We don't know anything right now. All right, let me get back to this. It's a long video.
Ride, even if you have already seen this remote detonation thing that's ripping around the internet, okay? Because I can tie all of those bows for you, okay? Now, obviously, this is theoretical, dude. I have no ability to prove this. I just have the type of brain that kind of remembers. I remember things, you know, like I remember everything, actually. No. And so when something like this comes in.
Dude, no one remembers everything. Not that, unless you have photographic memory, you don't remember everything. And I have eidetic memory. I don't have photographic memory. I have eidetic memory, which is similar to photographic memory, but it's like every single time I blink my eyes, it's like taking a picture.
And I heard a couple new things last night that's like a theory from Valhalla, actually, specifically. Valhalla VFT, he did a video using my footage from the front. And he was talking about exactly how he would have successfully pulled off this assassination while creating a patsy. And what he said literally lines up exactly with what I'm going to say. I mean, like, this is actually how it got my mind running. And once I have that clocked, I can clock everything. I mean, I'm like, I can clock it all of it.
I can tell you easily how brainwashed this guy is. Please don't listen to this part of the rhetoric. I just want to find out the information.
Okay. No loose ends. And I will warn you in advance, there's one very uncomfortable question that I have to ask when you get into this theory, which will line up with evidence.
Well, I mean, like, if you don't lay it out fast, I'm going to speed you up.
Okay. Now, I think it's important that I also say this.
I got to get to grinding too.
We're talking now 3 days, 3 different videos, 3 different theories. Okay. The only reason that I am doing this at all is because I have a YouTube channel. I love sharing my ideas with you guys. And I want to make sure that whoever did this goes down for
I'm a narcissist.
Okay? Like, I just want to make sure
I'm a part of the left-right paradigm, lie, bullshit, brainwash, indoctrination, NPC.
You know, for some reason, I mean, look like you got shot from the front, look like you got shot from the back. If this ends up not being accurate, okay,
I actually speak truth.
New information
I'm not like this. I'm not doing this video for myself.
Supports even
at
further
all. I could give a fuck if I get anything from this
left-wing radicals
at all.
Okay, so even if for some reason, you know, the remote detonation thing ends up not being accurate, I want to make crystal clear, pay very close attention to the portion where the witness is talking about the
I'd much rather not have to tell the truth. Now, I would just like everyone to know the truth. Yes, I'm talking over him. Like, I don't want anyone to not know the truth. I want everyone to know the truth, and then I won't have to worry about us living in this false ass, fucking fake ass shit.
The video, so that's Look for that.
That no one wants to talk about. We don't want to talk. We'll talk about we can talk about brainwashing on this subject, but can't talk about brainwashing on this subject. Oh, what up, Jason? Here comes the Trump man. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, see, Jason is an NPC, and he comes in my stream and types Trump over and over again. It's cool. Everyone has the free right to speak here. I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying. He doesn't get that he brainwashed, or he a robot. I don't know. It doesn't even have a picture for his shit. So
now, thank you to everybody who has recently subscribed to my channel and all of you guys who have been with me from the beginning. I have had tremendous growth this week, and I genuinely appreciate that. The subscribe ask that I've been doing is I was like, hey, listen, I just asked that if you're going to watch my content, please subscribe. You know, I would assume that someone who is offered something on the honor system and they don't do it, that's like probably Destiny fans. So unless you're a Destiny fan, and I had literally 40,000 new subscribers since I started saying that, which I just think is like literally the funniest thing ever. It is the funniest thing ever. That's probably the last time I'll mention it, just because, but it's like, I can't get enough of that story. It's like, that guy he's our MVP, dude. He really is. But, all right, we're going to get into this thing right now, and, buckle up, okay? So
come on, bro.
No one knows anything for sure, okay? So don't sue me, anyone, and definitely don't kill me, because we don't have any problem, okay? Listen, guys, I know better than to mess around with you guys, okay?
I'm messing with. I want all the smoke, bro. System of mental control. You can't kill me. That's impossible.
Fair, though,
energy can't die.
A counter narrative
I'm the universe.
Video you're about to watch at the end of the video, which would explain some of the behavior potentially, and then you can weigh it. But first, we're doing the full conspiracy theory, and then I'll talk about that. All right, let's watch this thing. I'm going to pause it throughout, but I'm going to do it in very specific segments. So let's first look at where the wound came from, and then we'll pause, look at who is the person responsible, and then there's some aftermath that is the most important part, in my opinion.
Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk.
Charlie
Kirk's Israeli security detail killed Charlie Kirk. That is the explosion from Charlie Kirk's lavalier lapel mic. Want to see it again? Bring it in closer. Remember when we told you that was absolutely an exit wound? Yeah, it is. Check the trajectory of the round that was deployed from that lavalier lapel mic. That went directly from Charlie Kirk's lapel. That went directly from underneath Charlie Kirk's white T-shirt up through his neck and created the exit wound that we told you was an exit wound immediately when we saw that exit wound. First we had exploding pagers, now we have exploding mics. Do you remember the vector analysis from John Bray? That proves that all of the activity came from the mic that Charlie Kirk was wearing. Remember the palm gun guy in the brown shirt, that shadowy Charlie
Go
Kirk
back and watch that
Bray?
again.
That we have exploding mics. Do you remember the vector analysis from John Bray? That proves that all of the activity came from the mic that Charlie Kirk was wearing.
Whoa.
Remember the palm gun guy in the brown shirt, that shadowy looking guy with the sunglasses? Yeah, he pushes the detonator. Clear as day.
I already watched a video about this guy, but they said it was like some
they can't see it well at
pop
first.
gun or something.
The
that he was
one
using.
of these, crystal clear that his device moves. You'll see it right here.
That's the assassin.
I literally cannot believe the collective power of the internet when everyone is focused in the one direction.
Yeah, that's look. What he said is 100% true though, right? The reason why the system of mental control can no longer dupe us, lie to us, it can get some. Look, don't get me wrong, it's still getting a large percentage of the population, right? It's just it can't keep up the house of cards no more, bro, because there's too many people that have the ability to go like, wait a second, bro, something don't look right there.
I realize there's a lot more to this, and I don't want to derail it. I'm sure you guys are captivated by this because there's a lot more coming, but I need to pause it right here and say the following. The internet has changed the world in ways that, I mean,
we'll never go back.
Take for granted, but in things like this, okay, everyone gets video. Everyone's taking videos. Everyone is always taking videos. You do something public like this where there's going to be a lot of videos, and then you put it all out there and you let the world, all the smartest people in the world, you know how many people would have been incredible FBI agents or incredible investigators if they would have grown up in a different environment, if their parents would have been different, or if they would have had parents or whatever.
Okay, well, what he just said, that could apply to everything on every level, on every aspect. Imagine if just Timmy wasn't like born with a broken something that doesn't allow you to move very well. But you know,
we're
on a mission to get get out of here, Mr. Beast, you psychopath.
This situation, this kind of situation, enables anyone to just decide, I'm going to see what I can find. And then you reach out to people like Candace or me or whoever, and these exclusive things go out, and then all the rest of us get to collectively analyze, and then the rest of you guys get to go and investigate off of that. You give me the FBI,
the fact that he put himself up there with Candace is weird.
Double raise you, the collective internet, all of us together.
That's the guy that pushes the detonator, which perfectly aligns with the explosion that pushes that projectile through Charlie's right side of his neck and out the left side, creating the exit wound.
This is the part where I got sold.
That's pretty.
Right now, okay, so pay real close attention.
Pretty compelling.
Right here. This is where I got sold. Where I was like, oh my god, this is it.
It just looked like the chaos that you would expect after someone was publicly executed in broad daylight in front of 3,000 people. But in no way did that trigger man, that assassin in the brown shirt with the sunglasses, act alone. We have video now that shows the handoff of this remote detonator.
I was saying, what? Iron Brown appears to give him the remote detonator and then runs away with it. He jumped the table, grabbed something, went to the other guy, grabbed something else, then ran out in a hurry. Let's watch.
Let me pause it right here just to say this. They're saying
what?
Remote detonator. I'm saying not remote detonator. That's the thing that they're getting wrong right here, or whoever made this video is getting wrong. I think that I think Stu Peters is reacting to a different video. What they were grabbing would be the device that either detonated or whatever caused the explosion or whatever that killed Charlie. That device needs to get recovered. That's the only physical evidence that would be able to prove this. And they take something off of him and they start changing hands, and it goes in one pocket, then another pocket, then another pocket, and then they just run off.
Right, and then you don't know. What the hell?
There was no shooter. Tyler Robinson did not kill Charlie Kirk.
All right, now here is another video that captured the handoff, and it does an even better job. And this one is saying they think that the bullet hit the squib, and that's why they're pulling it off. But this is obviously before someone had connected that it could have been a remote device that went off. So watch this. Okay.
As he grabs the squib off of Charlie, puts it in his pocket. Watch closely. The one guy grabs the squib, gives it to the guy with the polo. He puts it in his pocket. Now the other guy that I once said, press the remote for the squib, takes the remote, puts it in the other guy's pocket, and he takes off. So the first guy gets the squib that was on the neck. Watch closely. So, boom, shot. There's the guy with the blue, puts it in his pocket. Here's the guy with the remote, puts it in his pocket. And scene.
Now, while that is extraordinarily compelling evidence, we have a lot of other questions.
Oh my goodness,
how
bro,
would a state
what?
actor have so successfully framed far left radicals for this crime? Why is Tyler Robinson in prison? Why did the roommate say all of the things that he said? Where did those text messages come from? Where did the Discord confession come from? Who are the other people that were in the crowd? Okay. And if the shot came from Charlie's neck, why are people saying that they heard it in other places? And potentially most importantly, why did they say that a 30-06 round got caught in Charlie's neck, which everyone knows is impossible?
Right.
And anyone who was involved in the 30-06 story, why? Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
Right.
And why would anyone have publicly said that if it was not true? That's
it's not
the
possible, so it can't be
we
true.
Are going to have to ask. Okay, I'm going to answer literally every.
Don't forget, Jeff Epstein still needs to figure out what's going on with that.
This, theory, and we're going to start that process literally right now. First up, Ian Carroll, okay, talking about or showing the footage of Tyler Robinson jumping off of the roof.
Yeah,
maybe the same day, maybe not. I think it's the same day because we actually have, you see him in that one panning shot, you see him get up and run. So there clearly was someone on this roof at the time, but let's watch this. Okay.
And we all remember seeing where, and as it zooms in, you can see the suspect running on the left side of this structure. Then in a minute, he appears on the right side of the structure running still. 12:23, 48 p.m. He's got something in his hand. And the big question is he carrying a rifle right now? Is this shape that he's putting down as he clambers over the edge, is that a Mauser hunting rifle?
I mean, it's fine.
Listen, I'm not the gun expert. I am not the gun guy. That is not a rifle. And a lot of the gun guys, as far as I can tell...
I mean, in fairness, covered by a towel, it is possible that is a rifle, but there's a lot of weirdness around it. Again, for our purposes, though, okay, even if he had a rifle, doesn't necessarily mean that he took the shot. And here's a really important piece of context also. There is so much evidence that there was foreknowledge that this was coming among left-wing radicals, which means this was very likely organized within Discord groups or other types of, places online where people are, they're kind of, chatting or whatever. X accounts. Oh, there's something huge coming for Charlie Kirk. 26 accounts said that something was going to happen to Charlie Kirk or something was going to happen in Utah Valley. So there was foreknowledge. You have this video right here.
What the fuck, bro? What?
What, dude?
Fuck.
Okay,
bro.
that was really weird. But this is even weirder. Okay, this one stood my hair up last night when I heard this. I don't know how. This is from 6 days ago, and I never saw it, but I saw it last night. And give this guy a subscribe. And I want you guys to hear this story. Okay, listen to this.
So he came off the roof. He walked up. He came up here to the parking lot, got in the car with an individual, and they drove away. Well, that's not the story that came. So that he escaped another route. And there are people who are coordinating this thing. I do not believe that 30-06 that they showed recovered in the bushes was ever on the roof. I think it was in the bushes to start with. And now I'm not saying that Tyler Robinson wasn't on the roof. I'm not saying he didn't pull a trigger. I know I was in very, very close proximity. So another interesting thing, like I say, I left the front of the stage. I wanted to meet some of my friends and bring them down front. So I was clear at the east end, and I heard this loud boom. I heard this loud bang. And I turned around, and I'm looking like, what was that? What was that? And pretty soon some people started, running. Everyone was trying to process. And I thought, this is a gunshot, and there's going to be more of them. I thought it could turn into a mass shooting. So I go to the people closest to me. Everyone's ducking down behind the concrete retaining walls. And some of them were still kind of oblivious, but there were two people that were standing there. Two girls, very goth, very black, And then I just walked, and I stepped up to the side of them, and I said, did that not happen right here? Did you hear that? Was that right here? And they said, yeah, it was just right over there. So they're confirming, yeah, the shooter or wherever that sound came from is right here. the thing that didn't really dawn on me is that they were not running. They were not frightened. In fact, as I stepped up, I heard one of the girls, and they were talking to each other, and they're looking at these kids, looking at the scene down below them of all these people fleeing for their lives. And she says, "Go F yourselves." Okay, like I said, I was not processing that. I was trying to figure out what was going on. I thought this is a separate conversation. I don't know what it is. In hindsight, as I've watched that over and over, it's like these people were not afraid. If they're saying the shooter's right over here, he's right behind us.
Yeah, what about the guy that jumps up is going, yay, yay?
See, okay. The dude that stands up and is cheering right after someone just got, that everybody believes got shot, okay?
Right.
At a college campus. If you're not afraid, there's something wrong, okay? And you can tell me that there's one person there who's crazy. You can tell me that there's multiple people there, dead quiet, totally calm, chilling. F these people, okay?
That's
that
speculative. That's hearsay
among radical leftists, okay? So that evidence would seem to contradict the story here because you have a confession from Tyler Robinson. By the way, I know a dude named Tyler Rogers. Whenever I am saying Tyler Rogers by accident, it's because I know a guy really well who's in my fraternity named Tyler Rogers. So if I say Tyler Rogers, I'm sorry. I mean Tyler Robinson, okay? But you have Tyler Robinson on the roof. Supposedly, it's probably him, maybe him, okay? Maybe he has a rifle.
Maybe not.
He confessed to the crime in Discord, and he confessed to the crime supposedly to his roommate, who is now missing, by the way.
Right.
Okay. So I want to show you what Valhalla said about how he would set this crime up, and then I'm going to tie a bow on all of this. All right. So I watched this last night, and this would answer one of the questions. Then I'm going to tie it all together. Okay. So watch this. This is Valhalla VFT.
Let's take the assumption that this kid actually did stash a 30-06 Mauser in the woods that the FBI found. We see the ballistics. The surgeon report is true. What I see, and we know that entities do this, is they get ingrained in these Discord chats, Reddits. They radicalize these kids. And so what I would think, if I were to set this up and I'm going to action this target and I want to get away from it myself as the shooter, here's what I do. We get this kid to go plant the rifle for me. Okay. You're going to plant the rifle in the bushes here at X location. That way the shooter, me, can come and grab the rifle. What I need you to do is go to the roof and I need you to spot for me. Let me know, text me if anybody sees me coming to grab the rifle and go up to the roof. I get the kid up on the roof. I'm actually staged in, let's say, an offset area and behind a window back right there, ready to take a shot. That kid's on the roof. I take the shot. I take out Kirk. That kid panics, goes, what the hell's going on? You see him take off the roof. How's that work? Well, that kid's DNA is on the 30-06. That 30-06 is in the woods. The FBI does find it.
Right.
Attaches everything together. Now you have your fall guy. Now you have your patsy. The real shooter walks away. Also, I shot him in the neck with a lower caliber round. That guy did actually get stuck in the neck because it's a different shooter. Okay, so again, this is tinfoil hat, guys, to the viewers, right? This is just me speculating. If I had to try to, from the information we have, make it all actually work, that would be my full tinfoil hat theory on that.
Okay, so excellent theory. Now, I had this entire video done, uploaded, ready to go, and I realized I had forgot to tie one knot or a bow on one thing, which would be, if this was a remote detonated bomb on his neck, why did people think that there was a gunshot from a different area? Simple, okay? If you can detonate a bomb on Charlie, you can detonate the same thing somewhere else, which will sound exactly like a gunshot from a different spot. You could even have it on the exact same remote. Doesn't matter, right? You just need to create a sound that is louder than that one at the same time, okay? At the exact same time. Got an earpiece, it's like 3, 2, 1, execute, right? Goes at the exact same time. No one will be able to tell the difference. You would think it came from somewhere else, okay? Now, I need to now export this and re-upload it. Excellent theory. And now I'll tie the bow on all of it, okay? So the last part of that conversation is, what do we have from an evidence perspective on Tyler Robinson? Like I said, you have the confession to the roommate who is missing, okay? You have the confession to the roommate and you have the confession in Discord, okay? Are either of those on tape? Anybody see Tyler Robinson say those things? Or are those digitally created? And in one of them, it almost looks like laughably not Tyler Robinson in the way that it's written. Sounds like someone from the government wrote it, right? Sounds like someone from the government wrote those text messages that went to the boyfriend, okay? How hard do you think it would be for a state actor to crack the Discord login of some dimwit like Tyler Robinson so that they are the ones in there sending Discord messages to groups of people? Hey guys, sorry to tell you guys this, but it was me yesterday that did this. Thanks for all the laughs. Hi, bye. Okay?
All right.
Hack the Discord, create the text message thread, ties a bow on all of it. Okay? The little boyfriend guy, he's gone. He's disappeared. Okay? No one thing that is.
All right, you covered this. Anything else?
Here is the question, the tough question. Okay? Everyone has to ask themselves, why would Turning Point USA say that they found a 30-06 round inside the neck of Charlie Kirk? And assuming that because there's a hole in it no matter what. Okay.
Yeah, there's a hole in the story no matter what.
Not like why there's a miracle. Okay, I believe in miracles. No, we would be laying out, and this part's not rocket science at all. Charlie Kirk was running the most influential grassroots student organization in the country. Okay, every part.
Okay.
That's know true. That there's a million things going on behind the scenes. Exactly how I approach that type of thing. Cleansing.
Are you gonna show anything?
What do you do? We just gave you money, and you just do whatever you want, dude. It's fine. You can go ahead and just trash us or anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna say what I want.
Okay, calm down.
So we can make it from earlier, and I am going to deliver on that because what do I know, dude? I mean, the video looks compelling. Can I say, yeah, for sure, it's a remote detonated bomb and a bunch of Israeli security guys went and snatched it off him? Of course not, dude. It looks very, very suspect to me. But again, what do I know? Okay, so I want to show you this again. What I think, the only thing I can come up with is that what they were passing to each other would have been like car keys, right? Like, go get the car, go get the car, go get the car. You know, that's like the only thing I can think of.
Watch the dude as he grabs the squib off of Charlie, puts it in his pocket. Watch closely. The one guy grabs the squib.
I don't even see that.
Gives it to the guy with the polo. He puts it in his pocket. Now the other guy that I once said, press the remote for the squib, takes the remote, puts it in the other guy's pocket, and he takes off. So the first guy gets the squib that was on the...
See, again, that's all I'm saying. Could have been car keys or something. Could have been car keys.
Yeah, but why would you have to buy or grab more than one
We're
car
just being
keys?
objective. There's nothing I know for sure.
All right, anyways, go give it a like. He does cover sometimes good information. He gives all right information, but you gotta comprehend. I shatter everyone's belief structures because that's what the truth does. It gets you out of your fantasy. Fantasy is belief. Belief is lies. Belief is not real. It's based on a false mental reality. All right, anyways, so yep. Do all the things if you want to do the things that you need to do for this to spread, and if you don't, okay, bye.